Hi guys, it's Purple still today here, and we are here with me. We made top 64 at the European Championship, and here with my boy Tosi. We prepared our decks together. You already saw his profile, 60 card, Punk, Spright, Brave Copium. So like it was
top
just
128.
Top 128, yeah. It was just a crazy list. So now today we're gonna feature me. We made top 64 with first Spright. It was just strong, one of the strongest deck, surely the most consistent one, also one of the easiest to play. So for beginners, I definitely suggest to pick up Spright until November before the Shizu Fates come out. They will just shape the meta again. So for those 3 months, this is the best deck to play. That is easier, does not require a lot of time to master, and can bring you many satisfaction. My Swiss was okay, just it was 8 win, 3 loss and 1 draw. So like was one of the many with those points, because there were a lot of people with those points at the end of the day. And in top cut I won 128 and then lost against the elements, against a guy that knew what I was playing, so he just killed me completely, and I couldn't win that match. So the deck performed pretty well.
And now shout out to a sponsor, the first one being GRAAD, the best grading company in Europe, which offers grading services for all languages and TCGs. The second one is Game to Collect, one of the top Italian sellers on the market, specialized in American high brevity cards, got format and misprints, alongside large assortment sealed products. They also collect your cards up to 85% of their value. Next, we have EXTIMATE-CARDS, which is one of the top sellers on the market, specialized in meta cards, located in Albania, where you can eat and play with your mates every day. Fantasy Store is up next. They are some of the best in the game, focusing on sealed products. They provided us with a special discount code for you guys, so be sure to use PURPLE5 discount code to get the 5% off your purchase. Last but not least, we have PLAYMAT per Tutti. They produce amazing custom playmats that may have your own images as well. All sponsored links are in the description down below, so don't forget to check them out.
Let's be sorry, but we don't like having 4 mats. Those mats are just for purs. So we play team mat. Maybe in this way it's better. Now let's go with starters. Blue, a token and 3 jet, just staple. We have a red and carrot, plus starter and smasher, just use a standard. You just need 1, if you're not good with grinding I suggest you to play 2. This, because Diva is just a brick, you just resolve 1 or maximum 2 Diva in the game. You can resolve these 3, 4, 5 times, depends on how many times you get it back with the Toad. So like I rather play this normal, because also Fever gets entrapped, so not a good card to play in extra. I don't suggest to play Fever. Then just 3 and 1, no dupe because super poly is in the meta, so you just get killed. And then consistency, 3 prosp. I tried with desire but does not work, just too risky. Then those 3 plus this, to be sure that if anything happens to you, you will still combo, and if this comes down, when you go first you 100% win the match. You go second, this helps you by playing and not just losing to 1 interrupt. Then entrap package, Riash, 3 perm, and gamma package. I like this because it's probably the strongest entropy in the meta, together with the cherry if it comes down, and so like this is a full turn stop, and the decks totally need that because it's very weak in difficult game set. You need to simplify the game set as possible in order to let your engine do the work for you. Then 2 Ogre, just 2 because I expect a lot of tier elements, and also math match. Didn't get math match, but I got the tier elements, to which I lost top 64 unluckily, but 2 was fine. Then 2 Crow and 1 Bell. This ratio is very particular because I used to play 3 Crow, but then I switched 1 to 1 Bell because I wanted something more for math match. And this one also stops the Gamma and Crow and Colled, so like I never want to see more than 1, so I just put 1 as the per Crow with extra step.
Shout
so
out
like
to Jacopo.
Shout out to Jacopo Piermattei for this card. He was making me memes about this, and this card won by itself some mirrors. Now let's go with the extra deck. We have basic Spright package. We played 3 alphas, and I just went with 3 because I thought that in grinding the third alpha is clutch, and it's totally game changing because sometimes you need to beat over big monsters, and you definitely need to go through this, then maybe reborn the Toad, make gigantic attack and play around negations.
The third saves you in the grind game.
Yeah, and the third in grind game was OP. It came out a lot of times, and those times I just won the match. I never felt with less, and in case you can just spam one in prosperity. Then obviously the 2 gigantic, just staple, plus the Toad. Then for the utilities, we went for 1 Zodiac Cavalier Centauria. Looks like the Zodiac Knights. Then Orochimaru. This one removes all your problems for like at least 1 turn, in which you can get the resource you needed to get rid of everything and just kill him. And then obviously the Downerd and the Zeus. Didn't make Zeus this much during the event, but the few times it came down was clutch. And then for the last links we have utilities like this and this. Staple. This is so good in mirror. Remember that if it gets solemned, it does not triggers. And then Mascherena with the 2 target. This was OP, this was shit, play Sharkette. This was never good. Sharkette is better because the deck has problem in dealing a lot of damage, so Sharkette with Gigantic becomes 6-4, is just gigantic, literally. So now let's go with side deck. Just very standard, went with 2 Nibiru because I wanted some extra help with combos, and also tier punk. I was scared about the punks, so like this was my choice for that. Then just 3 ruler.
Best card.
Best card. I tried so hard playing without that, if there were something stronger, because Spright, even if it shuts down the board, without the Zeus you don't have many proper way to get rid of all the monsters, but just the battle just shuts down, there are no better cards right now. Then some back row 8 with 3 Storm, 1 reboot, because I went for 3 Storm in this to respect Flounder matchup and also respect tier elements with traps. Those 4 are mandatory in that matchup. And then going first, I just went for 3 Solemn. Always good, just generic stop, always useful, except in top 64 that it was my 6th card after Brick, so it was just bad. And then the strongest card in the side deck for going first, the Pointer. This is the strongest card you can play in Spright, which led me to win tons of games just by the knowledge and ripping the card at the right moment, which is often is in draw phase. But I happened to resolve one in mid game and it was just OP, just won by this. So definitely you gotta play that, absolutely. So now it's time for the shootout. Obviously I got the shootout, first of all Jacopo, Pier Mattei and Nicoli, Chungus, obviously the Tosi. They are the main reasons why this stuff came down. Then obviously shout out to the rest of the team which has a lot. Istandrin, Boniolo, Tocanne, Zimo, Sarandrea, Nob Sacchetto, Mikulski, Jen, Dom, literally everyone, guys. Thanks to all of you so much for this help. And then outside the team, I really want to thank Gomiro Giorgio, which stayed with me a few hours before the night to discuss the list and just made last changes, which were like the third elf plus that was not good, but the third elf was catchy. So thank you. And then also thanks to Meulli, you helped me a lot in a few days before the event, so I was happy with you. And thanks to everyone for the support they gave me. I also thanks my hater, you gave me the strength to kill everyone. And that's all for today. So obviously shout out to the sponsor, and see you that you can find them in the description, and see you the next time. Last day party. See ya.